Dear friends, I am Dr. Sachin Soni. I am working as an interventional nephrologist, transplant physician, and in charge of dialysis programs at Medicover Hospital, Aurangabad. Recently, we had an interesting patient, an 82-year-old man suffering from diabetes, hypertension, and some chronic kidney disease, who was recently treated for COVID infection with remdesivir, got readmitted to us after about 2 weeks of COVID infection with symptoms of breathlessness, weakness, and reduced urine output. Based on clinical condition and reports, a diagnosis of sepsis with septic shock and acute over CKD was kept, and patient was admitted in ICU. He was started on broad spectrum antibiotics, inotrop, and dialysis therapy. His subsequent evaluation suggested that patient was in post-COVID cytokine storm syndrome with interleukin 6 levels more than 400. As patient was gradually worsening and required NIV support, option of cytosol therapy was explained to the patient. As patient appeared to be in sepsis and septic shock with some secondary bacterial or fungal infections, option of tocilizumab was not considered in this case as it could have worsened sepsis. So cytosorb option was explained to the relatives and they were ready for it. A 12-hour session of cytosorb was done, and subsequent to that there was remarkable biochemical and clinical improvement. IL-6 levels dropped to 16 from 419. Similarly, there was improvement in CRP levels too. He came off NIV, his inotrops were stopped, his urine output improved gradually, and he became dialysis independent. During the course of time, he was diagnosed with bacterial and candida infection, which was appropriately treated. Over the period of time, with gradual improvement in clinical condition, he was discharged. Now he has completed about 10 days of follow-up and he continues to do well, needs some oxygen support at home. So all these parameters suggested to us that probably cytosorb made a big difference in his overall clinical management. In absence of cytosorb, whether he would have improved or not, that we cannot predict or comment. But definitely a clinical impression was that cytosorb made a big difference for his overall improvement. Cytosorb therapy is not new. We have been using it all across the world for sepsis and septic shock, but benefits of cytosorb were questionable. Now, the syndrome of cytokine storm has come into prominence because of COVID-related complications. We now have a easily available tool to monitor levels of cytokine in the form of interleukin 6 and other biomarkers. Probably this can give us a good opportunity to utilize the therapy in properly selected patients. In my personal opinion, we can consider using this therapy as an alternative to tocilizumab in patients who have not worsened to a point of no return stage. Probably early use when a patient has landed into cytokine storm, his oxygen requirement is increasing, probably might help more to have good outcome with such kind of therapy.